Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's about 3 or 4 weeks since we've done a video, but there's there's a few things that happened in the past 3 weeks, right? And I'm still trying to decide if we should talk about it on social platforms and make it public. So some of the customers I have found and I have spoken to them about it, but for the public, just give me some time. I'm still gonna make a decision as to whether I'm actually gonna let people know what happened. And that's been one of the issues that one of the reasons why we haven't put up a video. Anyway, we're still here, and for the haters, we're still here. Okay, so we've got a Shadowline. So this is a car that came in. It came in a few months ago already, and we've had it next door. And I think you guys should have seen it in the videos as well. We're finally ready to start on it. And after this here, I'm gonna do a quick update video on the metalwork side, so you guys will understand why things are taking so long. And I think from the videos, you guys can already grasp why things take so long and why the metal or the basically your bodywork takes so long, right? And that's where the bottleneck is coming in now. And remember, we're limited on resources, meaning there's only certain guys that can handle the precision work that we need. So I'm talking about old school panel beating, pun and filing, and metal working itself. And then we've got your fabricator, and he's got the 2 welders with him. And there's only so much the 2 of them in pairs and in teams can do. So we've got a bit of a bottleneck with regards to that, but we are not only looking to make headway and just push the cars out, we're actually getting the cars looking good. But that's for the next video, so stay tuned for that. You guys will actually see the metalwork in there, and I will disclose a few things in there as to why things take long, not why we take long, why things take long. And yeah, I hope you guys appreciate that video and understand it. Anyway, back to this car. So this guy is a chrome bumper. So chrome bumper meaning small taillight. Okay, Lush, you can stand there because I want to show you the arches. Small taillight, small arch, wide arch, 3 to 5 eye Shadowline. So this year the Shadowlines fell under the first sport versions. So as far as I understand with these cars here, especially on the chrome bumper side, they came out in henna red, diamond black, alpine white, and now I believe aero silver as well. I don't know if there's any other colors. I haven't really dug too far into it, but this is actually an aero silver vehicle. So it was sprayed white before, and obviously we're gonna get it back to its original color. Shadowline, you can see it's got the Shadowline effecture. We've got another Shadowline that I'm actually building up for a friend of mine's. I'm gonna build it up for his son, so I'm still gonna do a feature on that. Shadowline black, this has been repainted over before, but this is the key features of the Shadowline. Shadowline black beadings. You'll see here there's no chrome strip in here. It actually comes from the factory black like that. So it comes with a normal 3 to 5 motor, or they came with a normal 3 to 5 motor. Bumpers were color coded, so you had the black beading on the bumpers, but the bumpers were color coded to the vehicle. So there were no chrome finishes on it. They didn't come with a kit. They came with a normal thick lip spoiler on it. The jummy heels, I'm not too familiar which cars came with the jummy heels, and then we must just do more research to see if the mirrors were color coded or if they were black. I don't think they were black. So this baby came in, and I've been talking to the customer, and obviously first it was just for a respray, and then we said no, let's put the car together. So we're gonna look at going for an aero silver look, or back to aero silver, not an aero silver look. Aero silver with a standard 3 to 5 boot spoiler. We're gonna color code the bumpers with the black beading as aero silver. We're gonna use an RG wheel on it, so it's the Alpina replica wheel. Obviously blacked out beadings on it, no kit on it, and we're gonna run the car with a Jamil. We're gonna play a little bit with the stance just to get a nice ride height. We've already got the M20 motor for it, so 3 to 5 eye motor, and we're gonna basically try and get it back to original. So this is falling under restoration, but it's actually a restoration. I can't even call it a restomod because we're getting it back to original shape. We are gonna open motor up again. have a look and see what needs to be done. We bought the motor as a fresh motor, but I think we all know when we buy fresh motors, it's so-called fresh. We're gonna make it, check it, and see what needs to be done on it. Get it in, get it looking good, electroplate what we have to, powder coat what we have to, clean up where we have to, do the engine bay, do the brake booster. Let's start on this guy here quickly, right? And let's just go through it. So, Lush, if you can come here. Rust areas, you know, our nemesis. Okay, so battery tray. Remember this car's battery tray sits at the back. This is a 325. Battery tray is rotten. Over here, we gonna find rust over here because I see there is a repair there. And did I see? No, it doesn't. The other guy saw rust there. Then we've got rust on the interior here. So the rust is actually on that panel there, on the rear right floorboard. Okay, Lucian's gonna walk around there for you. So rear right floorboard, we got rust on the driver's side. We got rust on the passenger side, but at least this is not the common rust that we normally see, right? And a lot of the times we see rust and it's from an old repair and it's spreading out. This is, I don't know if there's a word, if there's a phrase like this. I don't know if there's something called original rust. So anyway, having said that, we know we got rust on this car, right? So what I can do is, okay, let's just move to the front quickly and I'll show you, because there is more rust. So Lucia, if you come this way, the battery looks nice. There's rust on the chassis legs. Then we've got rust, and so it's not a rust, it's actually a tear that started over here, right? You can see there's a kink and a tear, so we need to check this kink out and we need to make sure that this guy is straight. And there's rust starting up in here, so this is not major rust, but it's rust. So you can't really clean rust off and prep up from there, right? You've got to cut it out. But if you have a look at the chassis legs, so this one here is not too bad. We'll see what we find underneath. But that one has got holes in it. So it's not major, small holes, small. But we need to inspect further. Or is it just the paint there? Now it looks like just the paint while the light is on. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we're actually going to sandblast this car. Well, I'm opting to sandblast it because I want to see what is under. If there's any rust hiding further away. See here. So under the seam sealer here, there seems to be rust over here. So basically what I want to do is I just want to go and expose all the areas where we might pick up rust. Coming to a Shadowline quickly, let's just touch on this here again. Yes, sorry. There's a chrome bumper, so the number is here. Okay, so remember when we done the 325 IS, we done a video on how to identify for 325 IS. And I told you that the Shadowline started 0086. This guy is a 0086. So, does it have value? Yes. Does it have the same value as a 325 IS? No. But it's got good value on it. And I do believe that if we build this car up in its standard form, I advise the customer that don't go overboard, don't go haywire on this car. Let's pull it up in standard form. Let's get the 2.5 back and let's get it driving nice and smooth. And get it back to its original form so you can enjoy it. It sounds nice. It must sound nice. It must sound the part. But basically in a standard form so you can enjoy it, you can drive it around, get the aircon working, get all of these things working. And keep it like that just to build value. The other option is put a kit on it, put an MTech 1 kit on it, and a pretty looking car. These cars sell for 250, 300. So I do know of 320 that was built as a 325 with a kit on and sold for 275 or 295 or something like that. So it is a pretty looking car once done, but done properly. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is now, I'm going to go out and I'm going to strip the car quickly. Okay, so I'm going to go out and I'm going to strip the car quickly. We've still got some time. Let's strip the car out. Let's see what's lurking underneath these areas here. And yeah, let's try the bolt. Okay, so let's check my mic is on here. We are done with the strip down basically. That's actually a quick one. because there wasn't much in the car to start off with, right? So body, we'll go through the undercarriage of the car now. It doesn't look too bad. Loose camera on the side, then we can actually check the suspension here. So suspension is off, basic stuff on it. There's a lot of stuff missing on the suspension, right? So the calipers are not there, front and back. I see that the suspension was actually hanging off the car on the one side. The brake pipes were all cut up, and it's stuff that it's not an issue. It's stuff that we're gonna go through later on. You see, there's no steering rack on here as well. Okay, so it's basically a full build that we're gonna go through here. A full-on build. Okay, so I showed you guys the inside of the car, right? That the carpet is out already. We've stripped out as much as we can, and I think that we're gonna look at the option of sandblasting the car now. Not sandblasting, media blasting it down. Let me take this guy up. Sorry. I'm actually gonna take my phone, my other phone out here. There's a torch as well. And I think let's start from the front of the vehicle. So when I done a video, or the video earlier, I actually said I was worried about the chassis legs, but I was wrong. The chassis legs are actually very good on this car. There is a little bit of rust, but this is nothing compared to what we normally see. There is rust on the inside of this guy here, but I'm gonna see how we can treat it if we are gonna lift the floorboards up. So this bolt here broke off here. This is basically rusted, but the bolt is not rusted. So we'll check that out there. And there is surface rust starting up here, but it's not eaten in. So we'll basically investigate further into it, and then decide what are we gonna do. Here's rust here. Okay, so here's a little bit of an issue. So let me just the mic on here. So I need both ends. Okay, so yeah, there's rust in here, and this is actually one of the shitty areas for us to develop because of trying to work in here. Okay, so it's not too bad, right? It's not too bad. This is basically, call it starting rust or standard rust. Not starting rust, standard rust. So we got rust in here. We know that for a fact. The floorboards look good. I'm not gonna lie to you, but there is a piece starting off here, and you can actually see that it's actually through the body here, right? So it's over here. You can actually feel it. I can actually pull it. There's a hole there already. Same thing here, but so it looks like a small piece, and you'll have to make a plan and pull it out. Then you'll find that once we start stripping out, we actually find how big the panel is. This is the biggest rust area. No, that's not the biggest rust area. But here's another rust area over here. Another side here. This side is not too bad. Floor needs to be knocked out and panel beaten, and again, freaking spider webs. Jesus. See the cocoons here. This is what your idea, right? Here's rust starting over here, and then we need to get this panel decent, but it's really not too bad. Yeah, there's a big area here. So the whole battery, from what we saw on top, this is actually totally gone, and you can see the rust coming up into the areas over here. So this is one panel. You can actually see the seam over here, so your spot welds are here. This is another panel here, and then I think it goes over to the side. The problem that we have with these guys is that we'll have to replace this panel. It's actually two panels. It's one over here, one over here. Replace this panel here, but we'll have to replace into the side here, and you'll see the spot welds are actually on the side. So there is some rust on the side here also. This is more surface, and I think the blast will actually get this here off nice fast. But yeah, so okay, this front cradle here also, we saw this here, right? I saw it under the valence from the back of the car, but now that the valence is off, you can actually see it's exposed properly, and this front valence here is kinked badly over here. So I'm gonna opt to replace it because your radiator rests at the back here, and it's always going to throw our replacement out. So we want to opt for replacement here. And then standard procedure, we are going to put the car on the chassis machine and just do a mock-up on it and make sure that everything is lined up and measured up. So it makes life easier when we're starting to assemble. So I don't want to show you too much on the 333, but you can see the shop is again messed up here, my car. But we are starting to assemble this car. I will do a couple of videos on them soon. So this is actually, it's actually a nice view. So Lush, if you can just give me some space here. If you can see the strap down and assembly, both chrome bumpers. So nice. Anyway, guys, our first video after a while. With regards to the competition, I'm busy putting it together. Like I told you, we actually went through a lot of crap the past 3 weeks. I've put everything on hold, but I am tackling it up. I am sorting it out. So I'm hoping to have everything sorted out in the next couple of days and we can get active with the competition. Apologies for that, but it is a bit crazy. Okay, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Cheers, guys.